Hello, sailor! Welcome everyone to a game called Sailing with Stands, a dating simulator demo created by Vicartless. I just want to say the art looks amazing so far, really excited to get into this. Pretty much the premise of this game is obviously a dating simulator with Gravity Falls characters Grunkle Stan and Grunkle Ford. That's right, the old men. It's so silly to say out loud. Personally, for me, I can't see myself with either of them. I'll be honest with you. I mean, like, Ford especially, I can't see myself with. I just think he looks better with Fiddleford, okay? Like, I don't want to steal someone's husband away from them, okay? That's Fiddleford's husband right there. When it comes to Grunkle Stan, I mean, like... Okay, maybe a little crush. Maybe a little bit. Like, hear me out. Come on, the zombie episode did it for me, okay? Okay. This game is currently still in its demo phase at the moment, so not everything is, like, fully out. It's, like, still in development. I'm excited to see how far this goes, really. There are two routes, of course, the Stan route and the Ford route. Personally, I'm going to try to go for the Stan route first, mostly because I mean, come on, he's definitely free. And also because Stan deserves love, man. I want to treat this guy right. Alright, let's get into this. The soft waves of the ocean are quiet tonight. Each cold lap a lullaby along the Stan War II. The moon allows the stars to twinkle brighter, a splatter of light of difference amidst the same openness of the endless dark sea. The two brothers tidy up lazily along the deck, guided by the warm light peering through the windows of the ship's quarters. Fatigue wears on them heavily, another long day spent discovering what other curious oddities tangled beneath the ocean's surface. I can read. That's the last of it. A yawn in response. Good, I'm hitting the hay. I'm probably not gonna voice act these guys that well. I mean, God, that's the reason why I try to invite friends, mostly guys, because I feel like they could voice act the characters, but like, I asked one friend and he blasted me on his Discord like, he's trying to make me date old men. Anyways, let me continue. Night, Sixter. Good night, Stanley. Ford flicks the lights off as they settle in their respective beds, sighing into the warmth of blankets. Through the windows, the night sky is bright, calming, peaceful. Ford pulls out his journal and pen and strains his eyes to account the day's events as Stan's snoring softly sparses the lull of the ocean's wave. Ford, go to bed! This has become routine for months now. The two of them, twins reunited, exploring the depths and lengths of Arctic Sea together. Mending old wounds, building new memories. When Ford finishes writing, he sets his journal aside and drifts to sleep. Crash! Oh boy! Stan falls out of bed with a shout, while Ford jumps to his feet. What in the world? I'm here, boys! I'm assuming something's attacking us! It's me, suckers! Go on a date with me! Ford grabs a spear and runs outside, Stan scrambling after him. Ooh, shoot! With a violent whoosh, water sprays in the air and a tentacle smacks across the ship deck, sloshing them to and fro. Get him! Holy shit! Ford, is that what I think it is? Congratulations, Stan, you are now allowed to curse outside of Disney censors. The large tentacle squeezes and strains around the ship, making it teeter sideways. It's not large enough to be the Kraken! Why did I say his voice like that? Ford takes his spear and jabs the offending limb as he slides on the deck, slipping when the tentacle jolts back into the sea with such a force that jostles the ship. They're still thrashing in the water, tentacles barreling into the ship until it threatens to capsize. Another limb lashes into the ship, sending the brothers sliding along the deck. Seawater splashes all over them, soaking them. Cold breaches their limbs. Ford finds Stan's eyes as they scrabble to their feet, and they share a nod. As the anomaly thrashes and attacks the ship, the twins fight back with equal force. What is it with these two and getting like anomalies just attacking them constantly? I swear to God. Ford slashes with his spear, and Stan punches at any limb that comes his way. There's an opening. A brief moment, a pause, as the anomaly rises from the water, tentacles strangling around something, water sloshing down its limbs as the moon halos its head. Oh, is that me? Am I a damsel in distress? Now! Ford throws the spear. The anomaly moves its tentacles to cover itself, but the weapon is too sharp. It pierces right through. With a hissing, garbled cry, it flings its tentacles forward and dives into the ocean, swimming away with a trail of violent waves that keep the boat rocking. And then there's a scream! Ah! A human-like one. One that didn't come from Stan or Ford. Thud! The brothers look at one another, eyes wide. I'm not hearing things, am I? Through the weary light from the quarters, Ford spins around, searching for the source of the scream. Hello? There's blood smeared on the deck. Oh, don't worry, it's just my blood. Don't worry about it. Water splashes at their feet as the brothers follow the trail to a pile of netting and ropes, spotting struggling beneath its tangles. Ford grabs Stan's wrist and makes them stop, keeping a few feet away from the movement. Protective Ford. I don't blame him. Hold on. And then, finally, a hand breaches through the mess. Your hand. Stanley. Ford's eyes twinkle with newfound excitement. He puts a hand over Stan's chest when he steps forward. The anomaly wasn't attacking the ship. Yeah, sorry, my bad, boyos. I just kinda led a giant tentacle monster to your ship. It was fighting something. How'd you get that from me? I'm a little weakling. You cough and splutter on the cold deck, gills sucking shut in place for human lungs that haven't been used in a while. I'm a sea creature. When your head pokes through the nets and ropes, Stan jumps back. Ford stares in wonder. What the hell? Oh, don't look at me like that. Fascinating. Ford rushes into their quarters and returns with a lantern, drawing the light source over your figure. Everything looks normal. Human. Human skin, human eyes. You squint, lifting a hand to shield your face when pain flares through you at the gesture. Ouch! Get the light out of my face, dude. I've been underwater my whole life. Your shoulder gleams red with blood. In the midst of the fight, Ford's spear tore a huge gash through the muscle. The pain hadn't fully registered when everything had happened, but now that you have time to breathe, it's excruciating. Shit! Ford, we hurt a person! A human wouldn't have survived this far out in sea. You don't know everything about me. His eyes widen with realization, and he sets a hand over Stan's chest. His voice is lower when he speaks. Tread with caution, Stan. Might want to cover your ears. Oh yeah, in case I'm a siren or something? Shut up. Stan blinks. You think they're a siren? Yes! Exactly what I assumed. What am I? Hey, good looking. Anyways. Ford kneels before you, the lantern highlighting his features. He's an older man, just like the mirror image that is his shipmate. Despite the situation and the bewilderment on their faces, there's kindness etched into their age. You figure this is better than being chased after yet another monster in the sea. Maybe it was a good thing that wretched thing finally caught up to you. Ford's face is close, his eyes pinned on you. Can you speak? Despite the warning he gave his brother, he's awfully reckless, sticking his face in places he doesn't know any better. You could have been like the monster that just attacked you. Yeah, my shoulder's killing me. Can't you see I'm in pain? You grit the words out through clenched teeth. Both brothers draw back, surprised, before understanding falls on their faces. They're right. Stan nudges Ford aside and kneels beside him, looking at you. Ford is still studying the blood oozing from your shoulder, squinting. What's your name, kid? Fiddleford. I gotta stop. Imagine that. Imagine like a sea monster Fiddleford. That'd be kind of cute, actually. I'm just gonna go with Lee. He nods. I'm Stan. This is my twin brother, Ford. Ford continues to eye you as Stan frees your limbs from the tangled mess. When Stan realizes your naked state, oh god, I'm naked! Well, I guess it makes sense. I live in the ocean. He respectfully casts his eyes aside and rushes to get a blanket, draping it over your cold body. Stan gives Ford a look. A little help here? Oh, wait a second, I just realized. Stan Lee? Lee? Oh no, what have I done? I'm going the Stan route, and I've accidentally matched their names without meaning to. It's just my nickname, dude. I swear to God, I didn't do that on purpose. No, it's just like me and my real life boyfriend. I didn't do this on purpose, I swear. Ford clears his throat and helps Stan guide you to your feet, your hand clutching around the warm blanket draped over your body. You're shivering, the cold chattering your teeth. The deck is wet beneath your feet. We gotta get that wound checked out. How are you not dead? Stanley? Ford flashes a look at him. They bicker under their breath, but you're too tired to even listen. Your legs are adjusting to the task that is walking, your feet and ankles making you stumble, relying on the help of the brothers holding you up on either side. Nice. 2 hunkles. I mean... Eventually, they guide you downstairs and below the ship, where what looks like the pocket of a library resides. Yo, the study! Oh hey, mermaid drawing. Ford sets his lantern on a desk littered with papers and curious oddities you can't even make out right now. Stan was here! Ford too. That's cute! Carefully, Stan sets you on a couch, draping another blanket over you. More. I demand more. I demand pillows and plushies and everything. He got a towel at some point, which he now pats dry along your face, your head. You know, I am a sea monster anomaly. Who knows what would happen if you dry me off? Like, what if I need water to survive? You're still shivering, but warmth is slowly starting to welcome itself back into your limbs. Both of them stand near your place on the couch. Stan, you can tell, is more easily trusting, open. I'm surprised by that. He doesn't seem like the type to be openly trusting. I would see Ford more as the one going like, okay, now what do you do? What's your abilities? What's your height? What's your weight? What's your eye color? With like a light shining in my face. I see Ford more like that. Ford, on the other hand, not so much. I don't blame him, cause honestly, Ford, you need to stop dating anomalies. Please don't date me. You gotta stop. Go for Fiddleford instead, man. Do it. You don't blame him. Exactly! I don't blame him! But the pain flaring through your body is killing you. I'll help. They say it at the same time. Okay, I'm going for the Stan route for obvious reasons. So, sorry Ford, later. Your eyes search Stan's face, speaking more than words can. He raises his brows at Ford, who, after a stern moment, nods. I'll get the first aid. You both watch him go, his footsteps echoing up the steps. Hey, come here often. Carefully, Stan moves forward, sitting on the other end of the couch. He makes sure you have plenty of space. How you holding up? Pain pulses through you when he mentions it. Could be better. The words are gritted through your teeth. An apologetic look morphs Stan's features, and he grimaces. I'm sorry about all this. We thought that Kraken thing was attacking us. We had no idea you were in the middle of it. It makes you shiver to remember it. I think it would have been cooler if I was the Kraken thing. But anyways, that monster pinning its eyes on you when you least expected it. The first swipe, your shout. And then the chase. You're desperate swimming, racing through the ocean until one of its limbs curled around you and... well, here you are now. As nice as these men were, you hoped they wouldn't turn out to be like that monster. Nah, they're fine. Don't worry, sea monster me. They're fine. But that monster... I'm gonna talk to him. That was nothing like the Kraken. You don't even want to know what the real one is like. Stan meets your eyes. The stories I've heard, Ford peers his head through the doorway and hands Stan a first aid kit. You hear him mutter something along the lines of, "Be careful," and catch his wary eyes before he disappears again. Stan sends you an apologetic smile before shifting to a knee in front of you. Sorry about him. He gets... well, it can be hard to trust people out here at sea, especially when most of the things we encountered are trying to eat us. Fair enough, that's the same thing happening to me too, I'm guessing. He laughs at that. It's a warm sound, one that makes you feel more comfortable. You relax in your seat with a smile. The blanket's toasty around you. You can say that again. A deep set cold still lingers in your limbs, wet from the sea, but it's nothing like earlier. Thankfully, your shivering has gone down. We gotta get you cleaned up and bandaged. That okay? You nod, and he smiles. I need to see your shoulder. Carefully, you slip the blankets from your wounded shoulder, revealing the gnarly gash and still fresh blood. You can't quite see it, but the look on Stan's face that he tries to hide tells you it's terrible. Stan makes an apologetic noise. I'll be quick. You watch as he unfurls the kit on his lap, rummaging through plastics and items you've never seen before. His brows furrow and he curses under his breath. We're low on everything. He continues to speak as he stands, rummaging through bookshelves and the desk. We've been planning to go on shore again to restock on supplies. We just kept getting caught up with each mystery and... He sends you an apologetic look. Now this. Still doing okay? You nod, and he comes back with a bottle of alcohol. Dude, share? Like, give? You want to ask him more about his travels, but your eyes linger on the bottle. Stan shakes it when you meet his eyes. This'll do the job. Need a drink? It helps, trust me. Yes? Yes. I'm not gonna chug it. We still need some, you know? I'm just gonna get like a little bit. You nod, accepting the bottle with your unwounded arm and taking a swig. Old enough to drink! You're not the most familiar with it, since you reside in the sea, but the burn distracts you from the pain. Warmth pools in your belly, and you sigh, handing it back to him. Stan makes an amused sound. Helps, right? Yeah, thank you. This'll disinfect the wound. You ready? He ghosted over your shoulder, still fresh with blood. You brace yourself. Stan tips the bottle, and your shoulder stings with a ferociousness that makes you shout. Fuck! I know, Stan is muttering, giving an apologetic grimace. He works fast, a little messy. He applies pressure to your shoulder, fumbles with a roll of bandage, and covers your wound. It still stings, but with the fresh gauze, you can take in a breath of relief and sigh it out. Stan leans back on his feet when he's done, smiling. All done! Good job, Lee! Took it like a champ! Thank you, Lee! How are you feeling now? Better. You offer a strained smile. A little better. Stan smiles, though there's still concern in his eyes. That's good. Hold on, I'll be back. Yeah, give me more alcohol while you're at it. His footsteps echo as he rushes up the stairs. While you wait, nursing your shoulder, you take in your surroundings. You're in a study, Ford's study. You can guess pretty easily, and the desk and shelves are littered with papers, books, jars, and trinkets. It's hard to make them out in the dimness provided by the lantern, but you swear you see some eyeballs floating around, staring at you. What is with this man and eyeballs? Here. He hands you a bundle of clothes and... what is that? It's a stuffed animal. Yes! He got me the plushie! It's a stuffed animal, white with a horn on its forehead and a rainbow hair. Despite your time on land, you haven't seen this creature before. A change of clothes. Hope you don't mind their mind. Ooh, nice. Old man clothes. He scratches the back of his neck, looking aside. And, well, I don't know how you feel about unicorns or toys in general, but I thought it might cheer you up. Yes! Thank you! Keep you company? When you stare at him, his face warms a shade with uncertainty. My grandniece, Mabel, she used to be a sucker for unicorns. Made her happy. It's cute. You smile at him, looking down at it in your lap. It's cute. The gesture gives you a warm feeling. Thank you. Stan sends you a grin. Of course! You might have gotten here by unfortunate circumstances, but when you're on the ship, you're our guest. He makes a clicking sound with his mouth and points at you. Let me know if you need anything, okay? Your smile widens and you nod. Stan's grin warms when you pull the unicorn plush closer to you. I'll check on you tomorrow. Good night, Lee. You watch him leave, and as his steps echo up the stairs, coupled with the gentle rocking of the boat, you relax on the couch with a sigh, holding the unicorn plush in your bundle of blankets. Maybe it was a good thing that monster chased you here, of all places. You have reached the end of the demo! Yo! Thank you for playing, please let us know your thoughts. Okay, that was cute. That was really cute. And I love how at the start I asked for like a plushie and he actually got me a plushie. I think I'm gonna love the Stan route. I'm just gonna say, I think the Stan route is for me! Oh, follow along the game's project on Insta, Vicartless /Tumblr, or at @CGrunts Dating Sim. And that's the Stan route of of sailing with Stans. Now I'm gonna try the Ford route, and we'll see where we go from there. Okay, so this time around, I want to, like, not say anything and see what happens. I want to see the other options, you know? And, man, I love Stan's route. I don't want to ruin it by, like, going back and doing the other choices for Stan's route. I really don't, but, like, I want to see all the options. Your limbs ache. The monster dealt some heavy blows, and your vision is starting to waver. You can only wince. Stan marches forward and nudges his brother aside. Save the observations for later, Poindexter. Can't you see their hurts? Stan kneels beside him, looking at you. What's your name, kid? I'm gonna go with Fids. You offer your name quietly, your voice weak. And you know why I'm going with Fids. I'm going the Ford route, so it's obvious. Okay, here's the option where we get to choose which brother. And this time, we're letting Ford help. Ford, help Fids. Your eyes search Ford's face, speaking more than words can. It takes him a moment to register the look, his brows raising. Ford gives his brother a nod. Get me the first aid kit. Ford approaches you, his chin tipped down at you, eyes searching. Don't look at me like that. Excuse you. I need to look at your shoulder. You could be bleeding out. Yeah, let him look. You meet his eyes, wavering before you slip the blankets from your shoulder, revealing the gnarly gash and still fresh blood. The cold that hits your skin makes you shiver. Ford leans in close, a hand on his chin as he squints at your wound. I'm sorry, this freaking man. This intellect. He nods to himself, finding a rag from the depths of his study and pressing it to your shoulder. You jolt, giving a wince. I need to apply pressure. We can disinfect your wound once Stanley comes back with medical. Man, if this, like, character was, like, paranoid and stuff like that, the character I'm playing right now, but for now, it's just, he knows what he's doing. I'll look at the other choices later. You suck in a breath and nod, trying to steady yourself through the pain pricking at your skin. Ford's hand on the rag is strong, grounding, warm. You're doing well. Aside from the spear, that anomaly dealt some damage. That monster. Ford perks up when you say it, your words distant, familiar. It wasn't the Kraken, I know that. Too small. Ford's eyes light up, brows raising. That was nothing like the Kraken. You don't even want to know what the real one is like. The stories I've heard. Stories? From land? Sea? His face is closer. I knew he'd be like this! I knew he'd be like this! Have you seen the Kraken? Stan reappears at the doorway, first aid in hand. He hands it to his brother. Here you go. Ford takes the kit with a rush thank you, and Stan sends you a small smile before leaving once more. Forgive me, when it comes to anomalies, I can't help but get carried away. Ford neatly looks through the medkit, setting items aside on the remaining space on the couch. With a frown, he notes the lack of supplies. He moves to a place behind his desk, slides open a drawer, and pulls out a bottle. This is alcohol. It's not ideal, but it will have to suffice. He holds the bottle over your shoulder, coaxing you to remove the rag. Oh, you're not even gonna give me anything? This is why I like Stan's route better. Stan let me drink. It's going to sting. You brace yourself. Pain lights you up as soon as the liquid coats your shoulder, and you can't help but cry out. Fuck! You got it. That was the worst of it. Thank you, Ford. Ford works quickly, efficiently. He cleans your wound and bandages it. The final product smooth, effortless. Studies work. You can finally breathe out in relief. As Ford watches you, your fingers go on the bandages, noting splotches of red are already coming through. But your shoulder feels supported now. His work is clean. You've done this before. You know, no, I want to see where this goes. You say the words as you meet his eyes. He smiles a fraction, sitting up straighter. I'll admit, it's something I didn't originally take an interest in, but you learn a few things like that when you're always getting into... He wants to say trouble, but realizes how the weight of his words might affect you. Kitty. Just begging for attention. Kenzie, you want to say hi? Kenzie. Good kitty. Hey, kitty. Love you. Alright, let's continue. You still don't know each other very well, after all? Tight situations. That works too. I mean, it's the same thing, isn't it? You think about asking him more, but it's late, and the events of the night, coupled with the pain, make you incredibly tired. Well... You gonna give me some of that alcohol, or... I'm glad I ended up in a tight situation with you. Don't ever say that again, Fitz. You give a soft laugh, and his brows raise. It's dim in the study, but you swear his face heats up a fraction. He pulls at his hoodie. Oh, look at him. I'm glad I could help. His smile is sheepish. I should let you rest. We'll be reaching shore tomorrow, so I'll check on you then. He puts everything back in the medkit, neat and in order, and stands. When he zips it shut, he nods at you. Good night, Fitz. With Fitz, I can make him say I love you, Fitz. You smile. Night. With that, he exits the room, leaving you to yourself and the wound on your shoulder. Nice. So that was Ford's route and Stan's route. Stan lets you drink alcohol, so I would always go with Stan's route from now on in order to drink alcohol. He gets me. Stan gets me, okay? Alright. First different choice. I feel terrible. The words are gritted through your teeth. An apologetic look morphs Stan's features and he grimaces. I'm sorry about all this. We thought the Kraken thing was attacking us. We had no idea you were in the middle of it. It makes you shiver to remember it. What if you feel wary around his laugh and his... I don't like this option. I don't like this option. You shrink in your blankets. You don't need another reminder. Wait, a reminder of what? Even though your shivering has gone down, a deep-set cold still lingers in your limbs, wet from the sea. Wait, a reminder of what? Oh my god, do we have some sort of dark secret past? Like, did something bad happen to us? What happened? You pull the blankets tighter around you, mind elsewhere. Stan searches your face, his smile wavering. Anomaly was that scary, huh? His voice is soft, understanding. You nod. I don't blame you. That thing was a beast, and I barely even saw its face. Stan shifts, patting a hand on the top of the first aid kit. We gotta get you cleaned up and bandaged. That okay? It's too painful to speak right now. You turn your head away and sink into the blankets. Stan gives a strained, understanding smile. I know, this all sucks, but we're here to help fix this mess. He tilts his head. Can I see your shoulder, Lee? You eye him for a moment. When he waits patiently, his eyes kind, you cast your eyes downwards. Carefully, you slip the blankets from your wounded shoulder, revealing the gnarly gash and still fresh blood. Oh, okay, so this time we don't get the choice to chug it. I guess it's because we were more wary of him or something like that. So we can only accept or deny. Obviously, denying the offer means you just deny drinking. I don't want to deny drinking. Stan smiles and nods. Hey, I get it. No judgments here. How are you feeling? Well, I feel still pretty bad. You did a shit job. Pain skitters under your skin. You offer a strained smile. Not the best. Stan makes a face between a smile and a grimace. I figured. Hold on, I'll be back. No, don't bring the unicorn. I don't want to deny the unicorn. I'm sorry, Stan. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love it. I love Mabel. I love the unicorn. I just want to see the choices. Stan's brows raise. He huffs through his nose with a smile and waves a dismissive hand. That was kind of silly, wasn't it? Ew, it's not silly. It's exactly what I wanted. He takes a push back. No! Rubbing a thumb over it absently. Well, better rest up, Lee. You've had a rough night. He lingers at the doorway. Shout if you need me. As he leaves, you curl into your blankets and close your eyes, doing your best to rest. I hated that! No, I gotta go back. I have to go back. I gotta do every option that I love. I gotta go back. I have to play this again. I gotta do it better than last time. Please, I gotta go back. Let's see. Let's go to the really good stuff. I feel way more comfortable with him. I am so comfortable with him. He is great. He's amazing. Here it is. Chug it! Chug, chug. I don't care if I get in trouble for this. Chug it. You take the bottle and chug it. The alcohol burning down your throat and heating your belly. Whoa! You catch your breath when you're done, holding the bottle back to him limply. Stan laughs in that warm, comforting tone. Needed that, huh? You have no idea. The only reason I didn't chug it the first time was because I didn't want to, drink the whole bottle. Because, we still needed that. Oh, okay, so nothing changes. Man, I should have done the chug option first. I thought chugging it meant, drinking the whole entire thing. I love Stan's root so much. He gets me. I hated, the bad choices for Stan's root. You can't make me do those anymore. Just don't give Stan's root any more bad choices, okay? I don't want to upset him. He's cool, he's nice. He gets me, okay? He gets me. So in this, he's asking to look at our shoulder. You could be bleeding out. Let's tell him I need a moment. You meet his eyes and waver, pulling the blankets closer to yourself. I know I'm a stranger to you, but if you leave your wound exposed, it'll only get worse. You waver, searching his features. You won't hurt me, right? You can't help but ask the question. The sea is an unforgiving place. Oh wow, this actually brings way more character into this. Fort's gaze softens, and he kneels on one knee, leveling his stare with yours. I won't hurt you, I promise. Not like that anomaly. He smiles, and you slowly relax, taking in his words. Anomaly? Ford nods, eyes lighting up at that question. Yes, the anomaly. The creature that attacked you. Or... He trails off. There's that suspicion in his eyes again. but you don't quite catch it because he's standing, searching the depths of his study. I couldn't get a good enough look, but I knew it wasn't the Kraken. Two, if I just don't say anything. Small. Yeah, he just finished it for me, okay. You let him finish his sentence. You don't want to think about that monster. When Ford notices the distant look on your face, he taps his curiosity aside for later. Of course, thanking him would probably just end this sooner. Studying his work, I already explored that, so let's just thank him. You give a tired sigh. Thank you. Ford smiles at you. You can tell he wants to say more. His curiosity is palpable, but he restrains himself. Get as much rest as you can, and don't aggravate the wound. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, just like saying thank you just kind of ends this conversation pretty soon. I'm glad I was able to, like, explore a little bit more with the other options. But yeah, that was Sailing with Stans. I think I had fun with that, honestly. Obviously my favorite route is going to be Stan. If it's not obvious by now, that's going to be my favorite route and definitely the one I'm going to play the most. If I do play Ford's route, you know it's going to be with Fitz. I don't care, I am a Fit author shipper through and through, and you can't stop me. Also, imagining Fiddleford as a sea monster actually sounds kind of cool. This was a great demo. I'm excited to see more of it. You made me love Stan even more. I already loved Stan before. I love him even more. And I think we are accidentally meant to be together. Not really. No, hold on. Wait a second. I have a boyfriend. Oh, that's so funny though. Because like in real life, right, my name and my boyfriend's name are pretty similar, and then I decided to use Lee for this because it's my common nickname online. And wow, it matches with Stanley. That's so funny, actually. But yeah, I think the route I will be definitely going for is Stanley's route when this is fully released. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you all.